Good morning, I'm Richard Peterson of Cothren House Antiques. We're at the Fall Fox Valley Antique Show here in St. Charles at the fairground. And what a lovely place to be. We have so many exciting dealers, so you can find lots of interesting things. And my partner and I collect a great variety of things, and we found this delightful chimney cupboard at a farm site. It dates probably about 1845. And it was built, we understand, by the farmer who lived there, and it was on the route where they would have had coaches going by all the time. The really wonderful thing about this is it's rather sophisticated in its simplicity in that it has this wonderful cornice. Most chimney cupboards are built to have chimneys extended on the top of them, and then they would have a cook stove pipe come out to do their cooking. So they would very often just have the line go straight up from the wall of the chimney cupboard and then build the bricks on it. This one has much more of a sophisticated look with this wonderful overhang. And it's so delightful. It has this sort of wonderful Greek Revival door with a simple panel on it. And when you open it, it has wonderful shelving for display. And the one thing I wanted to really talk to you about also is this delightful piece of American chalkware. These pieces were made initially by Italian immigrants, and probably in the New York to Philadelphia area. And they would make them in two parts and molds. It's a very thin plaster of Paris casting. If you can see the interior of that, you can tell how shallow the walls are. And they would take a mold of a piece in two pieces, so they would bind the two. You can very lightly see a seam that comes up here, and then paint them. And the early artists did really wonderful refined painting on them. This is an exceptional piece, and it's large. They made them in anno form, and the early craftsman would bark on the streets. He would put them on a panel on his head and walk around and sell them to the housewives. And they made them in cats and dogs and political figures, religious ones, just about anything that anyone would want. And as a comparison, this is taken from what we refer to as Staffordshire pieces. This is of a Scottish couple with a clock here. And so the person who would buy this could not have afforded to buy one of these Staffordshire pieces that were imported. So they would take molds of these and then recast them. And as they did that, they would change the images a bit. The good ones are really lightweight. So when you pick them up, it's sort of like handling a feather or something. And the later ones, which are just as fine to collect, but they will be a lot heavier because they had a lot more material on them. Please remember our spring show coming up next year in March, and we'd love to see you here then. Thank you.